Alright guys, I am back with more Cinders. Hopefully you guys enjoy this because I'm pretty sure I'm catching a cold and my voice is off, but let's just start back up where we left off. Okay, let's go to town. I'm pretty sure we're supposed to go meet Madame Guidi, possibly Tobias. Okay, market day is clearly over. The streets are much emptier now. Well, does it matter? That's just fine with me. I've still got plenty of things to do, like visit Tobias. Maybe I could also stop by the inn and see if the captain of the guard is there again. Why would you do that? But first, I need to see if I can find Madame Guidi's shop. She seemed to know a lot about Mother and I. I'm so curious to learn more. I don't have a clue where her shop is, though. I'll have to ask around. I guess we found it. Well, here I am. It's the first time I've been here, but this place wasn't hard to find. It really stands out. I don't see Madame Guidi anywhere. Is she out? Just look at everything. I swear she pops up again. Skulls, candles. I don't even know what this is. I wonder if I should have come. Don't touch anything. Oh gosh. Okay. Ah, you surprised me. Oh child, it's you. I mistook you for one of those mindless townfolk. It's impossible to even leave for lunch without one of them coming in and breaking something. That's so mean. Then why do you do it? I have to eat sometime, right? I meant, why do you leave your store open? Doesn't it attract thieves? These people might be clumsy, but they won't take any risks if they don't have to. Especially when it involves stealing from a witch. Okay, that's creepy. But earlier, you said you're not a witch. Did I? Well, what I am hardly matters. What matters is what people believe of me. It's most helpful. Yeah, I think I understand what you mean. Of course, you understand. Sorry, like I said, I'm out of it. I just took Dayquil. Doesn't matter, but okay. Of course you understand. You're a bright girl. You're just like your mother. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. You act like you knew my mother, but I don't remember you. I did know your mother, but not as well as you'd like. I know you too. How did you two meet? A few months before you were born, your mother had some health problems. She came to me for help. I wouldn't say we were close friends, but I learned many of her secrets. I see. Can you tell me what my mother was like? I only know of her from what my father told me. Oh, I have nothing but respect for her. She was a strong and clever woman, who wouldn't settle for a boring life that was expected of her. She was ambitious, motivated, and she always knew how to get what she wanted. How strange. Father always spoke of her as if she were go back. As if she were an angel, humble, caring, and a hopeless romantic. How is that strange? Those aren't conflicting descriptions. Can't a woman be smart and independent and still want to be a good mother and wife? She was also practical and brilliant at business, better than your father, to be honest. Wow, I never knew. With everything Father said, she seemed more mythical than anything else. Truly? You know, you're rather similar to your mother. The two of you have the same spark. What should I say? I am not good wife material. Why would I ever say that? I am not that independent. I will say, how do you know? It might be true, but how would you know that? Even if you did know Mother, you hardly know anything about me. Oh gosh, I didn't know it was a mean response. He. Well, you surely are a clever one. It's true, I don't know you well, but I've observed you recently. You observed me? I'm not sure I'm comfortable with that. Yeah, I feel violated. I'm sorry, I just wanted to know how my friend's daughter was faring. And it was impossible to just go and visit you. Is that Carmosa's doing? Ah, Lady Carmosa. Your father always was attracted to the extraordinary women. She's not extraordinary. He may have had a good heart, but he was a little disconnected from reality. Without your mother's guidance, he likely would have lost his title and fortune in no time. Carmosa also has the brains and ambition necessary to manage his estate. Really? I didn't see that. She's an excellent choice for his second wife, and an incredible person. Agree with Matt? No, beg to differ. I beg to differ. I could describe Carmosa in several ways, but incredible isn't one of them. You're not looking at the bigger picture. You might be justified in hating Carmosa, but you should still respect her. She couldn't get to where she is now by worrying about being liked. She knowingly put her family's status before her own happiness. That's not an easy choice. Are you sure? Don't try to make excuses for her actions. You can dress it up. Our Carmosa's... Okay. Let me get the anger out and say that better. Don't try to make excuses for her actions. You can dress it up, but Carmosa is still a bad person. Still messed up, but I'm gonna leave it. She's not doing anything for her family if all her daughters are miserable because of her. I appreciate that she's ambitious and independent, but she should do it without inspiring to hate or hurting people. I suppose that's where we differ, child. You still live in with such an outlook. What is that supposed to mean? Life is not a fairy tale, and you won't always be able to be so idealistic. Still, I suppose I can't stop you from aiming for the sort of life you want. You only live once after all. YOLO! By the way, how are Carmosa's daughters? Are you getting along? I'm gonna say they're not bad because Sophia's alright. Mary Kate or Ashley Olsen, they're not too good. Well, I assume you can imagine how Carmosa's daughters would be. They keep me at arm's length. They're troubled, confused, hurt, and they often hide behind cruelty or cynicism. But underneath that all, they're just normal girls. I think as they mature, our relationship will get better. I only hope that with time, they'll be able to free themselves from Carmosa's toxic influence. But for now, it's still very difficult to live with them. It seems that things are difficult for you. You're not very happy with your life these days, aren't you? It's not proper English, Madame Gidi. You could say that. And what are you doing? What do you mean? If you don't like your life, then you have to be the one to change it. Otherwise, anything you say is just whining. Very true. I definitely want my life to change. Then what's your plan? I wait for my chance. I have to learn more. I have my ways. I mean, I have my ways sounds creepy. And she's a witch. Don't want to sound creepy towards a witch. I have to learn more. Okay, I don't have a plan yet. Why not? Are you expecting things to just work themselves out? No, of course not. It's just that I don't know enough to form a real plan. I don't want to act brashly. Okay, I get the feeling there's a lot more going on that I don't know about. Carmosa is acting strangely. If I could figure out what she's up to, maybe I could use that to my advantage. I'm also wondering if I could find a way to reclaim the estate from her somehow. I'm my father's only daughter, after all. There's almost always a way to bend the law to your will. It might not be very kind, though. I don't care. Anyway, it doesn't seem you have a very clear idea of what you want. I promised your mother that I'd help you, and I will. But you yourself need to know what you want first. Come see me once you're ready to move forward, and we'll talk about your options. Did you really promise my mother you'd help me? Of course I did, girl. I have no reason to lie about that. You must get going now, though. Wait, I still have so many questions. I have a lot of work to do, I'm afraid. I can't afford any disturbances. I'm sure we'll have another chance to talk. I'll do my best to answer your questions then. You remind me so much of your mother, and I'm sure that you'll be just fine. Yeah, but my mother died. I don't think I'll be just fine if... Okay, thank you. Goodbye. Take care, girl. I must admit, I don't know what to think about Madame Gidi after we talked. I can't tell when she's being serious or sarcastic, if she's giving me advice or just mocking me, or both. And maybe I'm just not used to acts of selflessness, but I get suspicious when someone outright offers to help me with all my problems. Makes me wonder if they don't have some hidden agenda, especially if it's the town witch. Looks like my mother was quite special to make such interesting acquaintance. A witch, ha! Still, she seems genuinely interested in helping me, and can I really be picky here? Probably not. I won't be forgetting the conversation we just had anytime soon, that's for sure. Where should I go now? It's getting late. I probably only have enough time to stop by one more place. I could go to have a little talk with Tobias in his store. I wouldn't mind heading to the inn either. I'm sure it would be fun. I might even see the captain of the guard again. And why is he so important? So, where should I go next? I don't want to see Tobias, to be honest. So I guess I will go to the inn, but it's like I don't care about the captain of the guard. The inn it is, then. Of course, I could have made a different decision. Something smells delicious. I wonder what's cooking in the kitchen right now. Not like it matters. I don't have any money to buy food anyway. Why am I even here? Exactly. I guess my real reason for coming was to see the captain again. I was really hoping he'd be here. He was such an intriguing man. I wish I could spend a little more time getting to know him. Ah, there he is, sitting in the same corner he sat in last time. Habit? Looks like he's leaving. Wait, is he coming towards me? I remember you. Your name is Cinders, correct? Yes, I'm surprised you recognized me. Well, you were on my mind. Would you care to join me for a drink? I'd be happy to. Hang on, you were thinking about me? Yes, you came to mind during a recent discussion I had with the prince. Oh, I'm flattered, I think. What were you talking about exactly? A candidate for wife, of course. Surely you've heard about the king's last wish. Actually, I haven't. According to the king's final wish, the prince cannot be crowned until he's found a wife for himself. So the coronation is being postponed, and every noble in the kingdom is trying to foist a daughter on him. Okay. It's been very tiring for him, as many of these women are groomed for looks alone. He was losing faith. So I told him that the world still holds many bright and intelligent women, and you're living proof. Oh, well, I'm grateful for the compliment, but I'm not sure what else to say. My apologies. The drink is making me more direct than is proper. These days, there's little to do fulfilling my duties, so I spend many hours here. I don't want to bore you with the small complaints of my life, and I apologize for being so curt with you the last time we met. I understand. A lot happened, and it's no surprise that you weren't in the mood for discussion. Honestly, I should probably apologize for bothering you when you wanted to be left alone. It wasn't a bother. I found the discussion very interesting. Listen, I know you asked about the prince last time. Are you still interested in learning more? Sure. Whoa, wait. So I can choose between the prince and him. Oh, the music. Okay, tell me about yourself. Actually, I was more interested in hearing about you. Me? I'm just a simple warrior. What's so interesting about me? Oh gosh, he got angry. Plenty of things. For starters, how did you become the captain of the guard? Well, if you really want to know, it runs in my family. My great-grandfather was a mere soldier, but he saved the king's life in battle and was rewarded. The family was granted a noble title and the position of king's personal guard. Since then, my family's heritage has been swordsmanship and loyalty to the crown. So you were destined to have this position from the start. Yes, but I accepted it with great pride and joy. It's an honor to serve the kingdom. We will always remember that the king was grateful and kind to the man who saved him. Didn't you ever think about doing something else with your life? Not once. Besides, it was not my decision to make. I don't want to be speaking out of turn, but that sounds so sad. You didn't have a choice? There's nothing sad about it. The men of my family have been honorable soldiers for ages. I was raised on tales of my brave ancestors and trained in combat since I was a child. When I received my first sword and joined the palace guard, I was so proud. It was the best day of my life. I felt like I could finally stand among the heroes of my family. Do you still feel that way even now? Not as much, but I don't blame my family or my path in life. The world is simply changing. There was a time when conflict meant a sword to the heart, but now it's a dagger in the back. These days, everything is poisonous words and false smiles. You can't tell friend from foe. Kingdoms are torn up by whispers and false smiles now. There's no place for a man of the sword. All I have left is a corner in the inn and the occasional desperate lowlife kidnapping a few children. I'm not the heroic savior that my ancestors were. Perhaps you should settle down. You are still needed. You're still needed. I think the parents of the child you rescued would disagree. You still saved his life. Sure, you didn't get to charge into a glorious battle, but that doesn't make you less of a hero. There's still a place in this world for brave men. Thank you for your kind words, but you think too much of me. I'm happy I could save the child's life, but I felt terrible that I had to kill those men. They were misguided and foolish, yes, but they couldn't even defend themselves. It may be selfish, but I miss the days of the king. Back then, I could cut down my enemies in battle. Are you saying you actually miss killing people all the time? Wow. I'm saying I miss the days when men put their lives on the line for what they believed. The people I used to fight knew what they were up against, and when they opposed the king. The killing may have been brutal, but at least it was honorable. Didn't you ever feel bad about taking their lives? I'm only the sword. The king is the one who wields it. The burden of guilt is on him. It's my good fortune that I served a wise king who didn't enjoy bloodshed. That's enough of such heavy subjects, though. I'd rather get to know you more, if you don't mind. Ooh. You look like a girl from the town, but I haven't seen you around. I don't live in the town, actually. I live in the house ruled by Lady Carmosa. Oh, forgive me. I didn't realize you were nobility. Your clothes give the appearance of one of the town folk. I didn't know you were incognito. It's not a disguise. This is what I wear every day. After my father passed away, Carmosa took over. She treats me as one of her servants, but without any pay. I don't even have any money to spend on clothing. I'm sorry to hear that. It's a shame your father chose Carmosa to take over the estate. He chose her? Isn't that what happened? Before he passed away? He should have left a will. The will would appoint the next head of the house. It's a shame he didn't choose you. I've never heard anything about his will. I don't think Father would willingly put me in this situation. She's hiding the will. Okay, wait. Okay. That doesn't sound right at all. If Lady Carmosa wasn't appointed, she's breaking the law. Breaking the law. I didn't realize that. Something about this situation seems suspicious. I hope you get it sorted out. I wish I could speak with you longer, but I must start my patrol. It was a pleasure talking with you. If you ever need anything, I'd be happy to help you. Thank you. I'll see you then. Take care of yourself. This is the first time I've heard of Father's will. I wonder why he never wrote one. He probably did. Unless he did write one. In that case, what happened to it? I'll have to investigate as soon as I get the chance. That chance should be now. Well, there's no point in sitting here in the tavern alone. I don't want to attract the wrong company. Yeah, you hussy. The sun is already setting. I've spent the whole day in town, and what a day it was. I guess time flies when you're having interesting chats with people you normally have no chance to talk to. Oh, how I wish life was a fairy tale and I could do that every day. And yet, life is what it is, and I have never been able to stay in town past sunset. When I was a child, I had to head back to the residence for safety. And then Carmosa entered the picture and took over. But even without her, I would have been a bit detached from the town's life. Okay. I might dress and work like every other girl here, but I still live in a mansion quite some distance from town. Let's get back to that, actually. I have no real friends here except Tobias. I hear no news, no gossip. I really don't know what their life is about. Sure, my own life is safer and probably more luxurious. But I wonder what it would be like to live here, be a normal town girl, wake up to the sounds of life and excitement on the street. Get out of bed knowing a myriad of things await me when I walk out the door, that life goes by fast and an adventure might be around each corner. Then again, if some town girl looked outside the window right now and saw me, what would she think? She'd probably remember her own boring chores, the constant danger of hogwash flung from high windows to the street. She would envy me. I need to stop daydreaming. It's getting really late. My golden cage awaits, and the two sweet-singing birds I share it with are going to screech their lungs out if I stay here any longer. And I wouldn't want to give them reason to worry, much less an excuse for picking on me. Okay. Is anybody else playing that Kim Kardashian game? Every time my phone beeps, I know it's the game, and I'm just like, I don't know. Should I play it or keep recording? Okay. Obviously, I'm going to choose recording. But, okay. Home sweet home. I used to love returning home when my father was alive. I miss sharing the events of the day with him. Now it just seems like a grim prison, and my parole has been revoked. Okay. Not to mention, I'm probably up for a long talk with the jailer. Seeing how late it is. You're back, safe and sound too, with no sign of having been attacked by robbers, wolves, or some such. Though, I probably shouldn't be surprised that they didn't want you either. Eek. Sophia, charming as always. I kind of expected Gloria to be here, and try to reprimand me. It doesn't seem like her to just let such a breach of rules slip without a word. It does seem strange, doesn't it? I'm as surprised as you are. I thought there was nothing as important for her as taking any chance she has to mimic Mom's contempt. Oh, I can imagine it already. If Mom was here, she would tell you should have a stick up your derriere like I do. You're awful, and more importantly, off the point. What happened with Gloria? I don't know. She didn't seem that angry, more like sad, really. Both mean that she's not well at all, so I'm content either way. Still, I wonder what could throw Gloria off her high horse, and out of that annoying Carmosa pose, for that matter. Did something happen in the house today? Well, dinner was burned a bit, so Gloria got her reason to shout at the servants some more. That hardly sounds like a reason to get depressed, does it? No, it does not, but apart from that, I couldn't tell you what the other reason could be. But I don't think you need to worry about her. It'll just blow over and you'll be fine. Whatever it is that's eating Gloria. Thank you. So if you could say what happened, does that mean you did get the chance to get out of the house? I didn't. Sunshine, birds and bees, and friendly people, that will stab you in the moment you turn your back, are not for me. But I took my time of freedom to stay in my room and rest from all of this, so I saw a little of Gloria today. You stayed in your own room the whole day? How come? Surely it'll come as a surprise to you when I say I'm not a people person. I don't think I'm much of a people person either. I like being by myself, honestly. Sometimes. Okay. I preferred to use this time for myself alone. May I ask what you did then? I used my peace and quiet to just sit and think through things, and finish a couple of things I had no chance to get around to with Carmosa on my back. Things like... Oh, that is nothing of importance. At least, not in comparison to the ominous discovery Gloria made this morning. Did you know she's found a stain on a curtain in the hallway? That one. Oh no. Hard to believe, but it's true. Half of our morning and all of our dinner conversation was about that stain being a sign of something greater. Household and lifestyle deteriorating. Okay. A servant's morale and respect dropping. Kingdoms falling. Dark times approaching. And most of all, that stain is improper. Well, Gloria does take house duties very seriously, but you are avoiding questions about your day. Maybe, but so are you. Surely after the whole day in town you have loads of stories to tell. It really was nice to get out without the feeling I need to hurry or else, and we usually have so little chance to speak to anyone outside of the house. And the town looks magical in the evening. It simply doesn't go to sleep. All windows are lit, people walk the streets, if only to stroll to the tavern. Have you ever been to the town past sunset? No, I haven't. Carmosa saw it neither appropriate nor useful for her daughter to go out in the evening. But you must be exhausted. Indeed I am. Even my small and rock-hard bed seems like a piece of heaven now. I won't stop you from reuniting with your bed of rocks, then. I prefer to be alone anyway. But do be careful. Those bedbugs can get really big and eat you alive if you let them. Everything is possible in the fairyland you seem to live in, princess. I wish you well too, Sophia. Good night. Wow. I don't know whether to think she's our friend or not. Oh gosh. Leave me alone. Oh gosh. Cinders, are you awake? I'm awake. I'll be right there. I'll get to work in a minute. No, it's not about that. I just need to talk to you. Alright, Gloria, what is it? What's so important that you have to speak with me at this hour? At this hour? You mean noon? I wanted to speak with you about the way you've been behaving these past few days. You're not in charge of me. Now there goes my nice morning, or afternoon. Listen, I realize we were never really on the best of terms, but what has been going on recently is something new indeed. If you really think that I will turn a blind eye to all your childish, egotistic exploits, then you need to think again. What are you talking about, Gloria? I didn't do anything. Oh, you didn't do anything outright destructive? You are far too smart for that. But do you think I haven't noticed all the little jabs at me? You take every opportunity to undermine my efforts and make my life harder. Really, I don't know what's happening to you, Cinders. Do you think I'm stupid or that I don't have any feelings? I'm trying to understand you. I really am, but it seems like you're reveling in this chaos you're creating, as if you wanted things to fall apart, despite the efforts of all those who want to keep things together. This is where we differ, Gloria. True, our relationship was never civil, but I think I'm beginning to understand why. We may be a family, but we are not alike. All I'm trying to do is to survive in this madhouse as unscathed as possible. What seems like chaos to you is freedom for me. Besides, let's face it, Gloria, things are already broken. Only Carmosa and you are still pretending that you can glue them back together, like some ugly heirloom everybody hates. Typical answer of an angry child. Do you even realize that you have managed to describe the house, all of us, as if it was all about you? It's such a shame that Mother taught me so well about the importance of family. It must have made me naive. Because I still have hope that you will mature one day. What about you? Excuse me, mature? Yes, become an adult. A person who is able to grasp a larger picture, go beyond one's own interests. Shut up! Shut up! Also, someone who can sacrifice personal happiness for the... Why would I sacrifice my personal happiness for the greater good of this house? No. I don't deny that it can be difficult at times, but we are not children anymore. We must realize how we all depend on Carmosa and support her in any way we can. I see. Well, it certainly doesn't play well with my idea of maturity, especially that part about supporting Carmosa. Of course you would say that. Just like you, Mother can be a difficult person to get along with, I admit. But her intentions are good. Think about the way she's putting all her strength into giving us a good life. Whatever. I don't like her. And if you still doubt her, try imagining our lives without her. Don't mind if I do. Gosh. How long do you think this house would last with her gone? Very, very long. You must understand she won't be here to care for us forever, and I can't do it alone, Cinders. I need your support. You are wrong! Oh, she's already mad. I didn't even say anything yet. Technically, the words haven't come out of my mouth yet. Cinders, they're done. Okay. My dear Gloria, I don't know what is more ironic. You talking about maturity, or the fact that you actually believe in the things you are saying. Let me tell you something, my poor little drone. Maturity has nothing to do with reproducing a pattern you've been presented. Watch and repeat. That's a child's task. Maturity is independence. It's choosing the life you want for yourself and doing all you can to get it, despite the shadow of the great mother trying to block you from the sun. Oh, the terrible mother. How could she try to protect you, teach you how to live, and expect you to care for your legacy? Such unjust cruelty. I don't know if that sentence made sense, or if I'm just... If the Dayquil is kicking in, I don't know. Maturity is also about being able to create your own relationships, no matter what she told you. We don't have to torture each other, you know? Just because Carmosa trained us to pick on ourselves, so that we won't join forces and rebel against her. It doesn't mean we have to do it. Exactly. We waste all our potential to act responsibility. Okay. I'm so out of it. After this scene, I think I'm gonna take a break. Okay, exactly. We waste all our potential to act responsibly and show Mother that we are adults on constant quarrels. We are not doing half the things that are expected of us, of any responsible person, really, and Carmosa is still giving us a chance. We are so childish. No, we are not. We are young women who just want to live normal lives without constant fear, frustration, and self-pity. It's absolutely normal that we aren't happy. Who would be? We want things to change, but we lack the means to make that happen. That's why we should rebel against Carmosa. We're more than capable of running the house on our own, and she knows it. Are you serious? Completely. But for that, we'd need to act together, cooperate, and not waste our energy on making each other miserable with our little schemes. The picture you're painting in front of my eyes seems pleasant, but also not very realistic. It requires one thing which we do not have, mutual agreement. And we will not have that as long as we are not of one mind. That is, as long as Sophia keeps up her silly act. Gloria, I doubt that Sophia is who we should be worrying about in this situation. I'm having trouble picturing her opposed to anything that would bring us more freedom from Carmosa. No, Gloria, it's you. You're the unknown in this equation. We can't be sure about your loyalties. Now this is something I didn't expect. You behaving just like Sophia. It would seem that you two have much more in common than meets the eye. You both prefer to spend your time criticizing me rather than trying to contribute. You could be helping me, helping us somehow. How can we understand each other if you don't even try? Then maybe you should stop whining about being criticized and start listening. How exactly did you try to communicate with Sophia? How much effort did you put into it? Correct me if I'm wrong, but Sophia isn't exactly the happiest girl in the world. She's broken, deeply wounded by the hate that you and Carmosa poured onto her through the years. Her bitterness and armor of cynicism are like a cry for help. If only you could give her any credit, any recognition, then maybe she'd be willing to help you. She hardly seemed interested in... Let me finish before you judge her with your usual presumptions. Tell me this. When was the last time you actually talked with her? Do not be ridiculous, Cinders. I spoke with her as recently as yesterday. I don't mean commenting on house affairs or managing chores, but actually talking, like sisters. You do remember that you two are sisters, right? Or is family only important to you if it allows you to put blame on other people? Alright, I see where this is going. Fine. I am not really certain when it happened, but we did lose our connection. She seems so alien now. I catch myself thinking about her like a stranger. Her face is like a mask shielding her thoughts from me. I agree. That is unfortunate. And it isn't only Sophia's fault that we grew apart. Maybe we could work on changing that. You may be thinking that I'm telling you this to criticize you, but I'm not. All I want to hear is you say things like this, so that we can stop hurting each other all the time. It's the only reasonable thing to do. And you're always the most reasonable one, so it's good that you're willing to give it a try. And so you recognize it as well. I am the most reasonable. And I am the only one here that actually does anything to keep up the house. That might be just a bit of an overstatement, Gloria. Each one of us puts some work into how this place works, for better or worse. We just have different perspectives, and so we give a different kind of input, but surely you realize how naive that sounds. It's something one might say to slow a child. Wait. I can't believe she said that. It's something one might say to a slow child to spare its feelings. I've tried to help you both understand the importance of Carmosa's rules, and yet I seem to be the only one capable of understanding the requirements to keep a proper household. Will nobody ever learn? How long am I supposed to guide you and work alone against the laziness and stupidity of others? Hasn't it ever occurred to you that you might not have all the answers? Because that's the root of the problem right here. You try to be our teacher, our disciplinary, whatever. Not reading it. Too tired, too out of it. You have no knowledge that we lack, nor a higher status, and you are not our mother. Stop trying to imitate Carmosa. Is this how you think a sister should act? How should I know? Do any of you act like one towards me? Technically, you're not really my sister. Let's reason with her. Oh, such debate skills you have. Attacking me as a person clearly proves you are the reasonable and logical one. I am not the one at fault here. You're not the only one at fault here. We all are. Reason dictates that all of the sides of the conflict contribute to its current state, and so we all did. Let us assume that that is correct. What would you propose then? How long is this conversation going to go on? Okay. Then Sophia and I would have to admit we were wrong to attack you and hinder your efforts to take care of the house. Oh, so true. You, on the other hand, would have to admit that you blindly mimicked Carmosa rather than using your own reason and abilities to best take care of the house. We all need to change our ways, if things are to improve. Blame is not important. Refraining from our old habits and working together is. That does conjure up a good image. I think I would like such a change. One thing, though. Do you really think I mimic Carmosa? Gloria, would you please stop for a second to think and answer one simple question truthfully? And what question might that be? What do you like to do? And no, I don't mean something that you feel obligated or obliged to do. Not a chore, necessity, or an assignment. What do you like to do? What makes you happy? What do you do just for yourself and nobody else? But what are your goals? Where do you see yourself in the future? What will you do when Carmosa's not here and you're able to move on? Where do you want to go? I do not know. I just want to make everything better. This house should work as intended, and it should do so because of me. I want to make everyone happy and keep it all together. Fine. And when you accomplish that, what then? Imagine, the house is running smoothly, Carmosa is proud of you and relaxed, all tasks complete. What would you do with all your free time then? I do not know what to say. Indeed, such a situation seems highly unlikely to occur, so I've not given it any thought. Who are you? What do you know about yourself? Can we stop asking questions? I do not know. I do not know why you are so mean to me. All I did was come here with an open-minded talk to you, find some mutual understanding. Are you really mad at us? You get no understanding, because there's nothing here to understand. You came here to reenact Carmosa in a statement of superiority. That is not true. I did indeed try to get through to you. You simply would not listen. You didn't either. Get through to me? You came here to get your air of superiority to boost your own conviction. You don't care about myself or Sophia. Sophia. All you care about is you. This is pointless. I see no reason to listen to such nonsense. Especially since I did nothing to deserve such treatment from an immature brat. Both of you are trying to turn everybody against you. Then you will be able to whine about fate that brought you to living in cinders and pain. Wait, why did... I'm so confused. Okay. I must have had some kind of huge lapse of judgment to even consider treating you as a mature woman. Oh, look who's talking. Do you understand the word mature? Or is it just something you repeat after Carmosa? Fine, Cinders. Get out. Enjoy your freedom while it lasts. You have one more day till Carmosa returns. And I will not stoop to debating the order of things with you any further, nor try to teach you. You can go and do as you please for today. We'll see where your freedom gets you. Haha, we both know you are powerless to stop me from leaving the house, or from doing anything for that matter, so you can stop pretending. Or did you grow accustomed to pretending too much? Pretending to have control, to be self-confident, to be Carmosa? I do not have to listen to this. Goodbye. Oh my gosh, now it's freaking out.